Thomas Jefferson, yeah, yeah. James Madison, yeah, yeah. James Monroe, yeah, yeah. John Quincy Adams, yeah, yeah. Andrew Jackson, yeah, yeah. Martin Barron, yeah, yeah. William Harrison, yeah, yeah. John Tyler, yeah, yeah. James K. Polk, yeah, yeah. Taco V. Taylor, yeah, yeah. Miller Fillmore, yeah, yeah. Franklin Pierce, yeah, yeah. James Buchanan, yeah, yeah. And then I landed on Lincoln. Dennis Andrew Johnson, yeah. Ulysses Grant Rutherford Beast. Let me get that James Winchester. Then Grover Cleveland. Benjamin Harrison, then Cleveland again. William McKinley, then Theodore Roosevelt William. Woodrow Wilson, Warren G. Harding. Calvin Coolidge, Herbert Hoover, Franklin. At 33 we have Harry Truman, Dwight Eisenhower, John F. Kennedy. At 36 Lyndon B. Johnson, Dennis Dixon, Gerald Ford, Jimmy Carter, Ronald Reagan, George W. Bush, then Bill Clinton, then Bush's son, then Barack Obama.
City where you're looking pretty with your blowhards, but come January you'll be left evicted and with no job. Raw rhymes stronger than my jawline when I spit a phrase, knocking you harder than front doors in my own mission days. You see this silver spoon, this the mass out of debt. Took you 4 years to drop unemployment down below 8%. You feel that, Barry? You're old news. Everyone's having doubts, and your rhymes are as weak as this economy that you've done nothing about. Call me a vicious businessman, cause Romney's stealing this race. I'll go bank capital on your donkey ass, restructure your face.
Well, they say your father was a great man. You must be what's left. Need to stop hating on gays. Let them teach you how to dress. You got the mama jeans and a Mr. Fantastic face. So rich and white, it's like I'm running against a cheesecake. Republicans need a puppet and you fed. Got their hands so far up your rear, call you mate. I'm the head of state. You're like a head of cabbage. About to get smacked by my stimulus package. You're a bad man with no chance. You can't even touch me. I got 4 more years. 2 terms. In the White House. Just trust me. I hope you saved your best rhymes for the second half. Because right now, I'm 47% through kicking your ass.
Whatever. That 40% thing got you real mad. What did it remind you how many decent parents you had?
Look, I respect our religions, but it might get crazy if the White House is a first, second, and a third lady.
Ha! Don't bring up wives, man! What are you doing? You got hitched to the female version of Patrick Ewing!
Let me be clear. Don't get it twisted. We'll see how pretty your face is after my fist has kissed it.
You're a stuttering communist.
Oh, yeah? Well, you're stupid.
You're stupid.
Nuh-uh.
I am the power invested in me by the giant Bonesberg. The president shall not be the shiniest of 2 turds. I wanna like you. Don't talk about change to do it. I fuck what was on my brain until I put it went through it. And you, Moneybag, you pancake, you flip-flopping it. It's a country, not a company. You can play like Monopoly. I'll properly reach across the aisle and bitch smack you as equals. I'm the people, by the people, for the people. Ego.
Who won? Who's next? You decide. Epic. Rap battle of the
but professional wrestling. Got skin like Russian dressing from too much Russian investing. You've been going bankrupt since the 90s. If I was any wrong, you couldn't find me. You don't care about the job, Trump. You just think that desk is shiny. I said that I respect your children, but that wasn't quite right, yo. Looking like some extras from American Psycho. First name is Hillary, middle name Rado. Last name is Clinton, and lyrics like Adam. There's celebrities on The Apprentice. Motherfucker, I fired it, light it, crack. How do I say this? You're racist! Ooh, you must get so pissed that your hands are too small to stop and frisk. So you use your fingers to touch chicks.
She's only 12 years old.
That's enough. Shit!
But she's married, sir.
Just gotta get pushy.
That's your daughter.
Well, grab her by the pussy. Ah! That's assault, brother! Don't tell me the victim's involved, sucker! Don't know shit about snakes! You could've walked to the 8th all grade! Motherfucker, how to save the day? I'm gonna rock and roll! Red bitch on the scene like Murder She Wrote! So go ahead, Donna, let me see it flow! I brought Michelle's speech. Here are some quotes.
Let me just say, I respect all females, but your rhymes are trash. Put them next to your emails. Our country's in crisis. Who wants to vote for the mother of ISIS? That might not be exactly true, but I don't do politeness. Well, you gotta talk about misogyny. Your bill's worse than Cosby. He left a mess on that dress like you left in Benghazi. When you wanna break the glass ceiling, Hillary, I sense it. The only crack you'll find is my ass pressed against it. Numbers are in it, I'm riding your tail. You don't have the stamina, baby, you're frail. This'll be just like a way when you fail. Trump will appoint you to jail. How do I say this? Year or two, and you almost lost the primary to a socialist Jew. What are the American people got a Yankee Doodle do? They're gonna throw your fat face that they're just not done into you. They want a strong male leader who could stand up to China, not a faded little wishy-washy bleeding like vagina. I'm gonna run these streets like I run my casinos. More police and less Latino. You bury us in debt buying poor people's socks. I'll create jobs, tearing down mosques. I'll use all the best rocks from the site to build a wall. Dip it in gold and make Mexico pay for it all. I'll make this country great again. We'll all be living long. I'll tell Congress you're fired and put Charles in charge. 'Cause this whole system's rigged, and we all know the rigor of the last 8 years. This country's been run by.
Are you fucking kidding me with this blah blah blah? I have a mind to feature both to my overtime. I've had more powerful discussion up in TMZ. You got brother black and brother on the Facebook feed. I'm so sick and tired of this ridiculous shit. If this is the best my party gets, then my party should quit. I'm sorry, did I say something that you found funny? Wipe that creepy ass smile off your face and beat this dummy. If she does win the White House, be a man and hold the door. Don't get your fans stirred up in some sort of Twitter civil war. Here's an equal opportunity smackdown in a sequel. Let's have the people, by the people, for the people. Joe Biden.
It's the DJT, getting it on. The Teflon Don on the White House lawn. Against wimps like you, I'll win a third term. Your campaign's like your family. Crash and burn. Looting and violence will keep the MAGA movement quiet. Resist me? That's a riot. Why'd you step behind the gym? I'll be standing by. See how tough you are against the 45. I I shoot a hoe for your whole party. Bigger than the one I blew through cause I'm Soleimani. Then I go and bone on Milani. I'm gonna smash you, Joe. Like China. I got all the best cognition with all the top grammar. I'm not a little girl's shoulders, so you can't touch this MC stammer. You're a disaster inciting hysteria. You say I'm selling hate in America, you're selling hate in America. Like with Hillary, the people aren't swayed. Just Barack's shadow, and I don't really like the shade.
The pain of losing loved ones is something I have seen. So I know how you must have felt when they killed Jeffrey Epstein. Rap lyrics just ain't for you. You should stick love letters for Kim Jong-un. You're a wrestling heel. Nothing about you's real. Bitch, you didn't even really write the art of the deal. But you tapped into the rage of red Mad Hatters. Well, let me tell you, Trump, all lives matter. I don't want to defund no police. I picked a DA for my VP. I'm not a communist. I'm not a socialist. I'm just an old ass man with some decency. No matter what you try to say, global warming ain't cancer. You pulled out a parachute or pulled out a Stormy Daniels. I ain't sleepy, I'm tired of you, Donald Trump. You're fired.
The only thing getting fired on my watch is tear gas from law enforcement. I'll keep America great. You'll unleash Antifa and keep America like Portland. Ain't nothing gonna beat me. No person, woman, man, camera, TV. They impeached me. I still walked out of D.C. looking peachy. You got the sloppy Joe, but no beef. The only white privilege I see are those teeth. Maybe teach your son a thing or two about life. Like there's no hunting season for your dead brother's wife. You and your mask and your Knight Rider shades are getting revoked like your Roe versus Wade. There's no blue wave. Forget it, not coming. Like I tell criminals, Joe, stop running.
Was Breonna Taylor running? You dog whistling fool. I think your daddy would finally be proud of you. He was a racist asshole too. What's this malarkey? Keep at it and you'll end up in jail, hoss. I'll take it down like a mule and you're a mailbox. From all your wives to the SATs, everything you ever did, you just had to cheat. Cause you're too insecure to even look like a loser. You're the worst damn Republican since Herbert Hoover. When you scooped up a sycophantic homophobe loser, became the Constitution's domestic abuser. 200,000 deaths lying at your door. You think they're suckers like McCain in the Marine Corps. Sometimes I can't tell for which side you're rooting. When we go high, you go down on poop. Truth is, you're scared to lose. You got nothing in the bank that I owe you. You're white about balance like a bitch. But the only thing that's rigged is taxes for the rich. You're a freeloader. Change your name to Trump. My campaign ramping up. You can't get down a ramp. I'm pulling away faster than your wife's hand. For the love of democracy, will you shut up, man? Hold on. Hold on. Yo. Let her lead us home.
Hello, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, and everywhere else that we do and may soon send our podcast to. Welcome back to CT Time. As you know, my name is Aziza Red, and here I have with me my producer, King McCall. Today, we're actually going to talk about presidents and how this generation treats them. I'm actually going to let him kick it off today.
Last week.
That was just last week?
Yeah, the inauguration was last week. Y'all saw Michelle looking like Melina. And what was it? Kamala Harris was looking like Katana.
You said Michelle was looking like Melina?
Michelle was looking like...
I thought you were trying to say she was looking like Trump's bride.
No, I was going to say... her name is Melina.
Oh, you saw my face?
No, looking like Melina from Mortal Kombat. Kamala Harris looking like Katana. They was trying to do their twinsy mode looking.
Yeah. Nah, she was giving me Storm.
She was giving you Storm?
Yeah,
that's just because of that drawing that you saw.
Yes.
But Michelle was just looking like Michelle. She was just looking like, the one black chicks that always come to the events, like probably an Easter event. And they only slay when they get out the car. That's how Michelle was looking that day of the inauguration.
What do you mean only smell when you get out the car? She was giving me smell like cocoa butter vibes.
No, I was saying slay. I say smell. She probably smelled all of that. The whole day. She had her rollers in like the whole ride there, but then she came out. Was like, okay, Brock, take out my curlers right now.
Oh, you know something?
What you think?
You said you got some questions for me though, right?
I do have a bunch of questions.
I'm a ditz, you guys.
It's
Hence
okay.
the blonde hair, so I should be getting away with being stupid. It's like, nah, I quit. But go ahead.
So basically, the topic is, what is it? Our presidents, and how should you treat every single one of them? Doesn't matter if it's Obama, George Washington, Ronald Reagan. Well, they're dead. So we're just gonna say Obama, Trump, and now Biden, and we're gonna say Kamala because
There's more people alive than that.
Okay,
but okay.
we're not worried about Bush. Bush trying to marry Michelle right now. So we're talking about Obama because, you know, everybody still thinks he's president. We're going to talk about Trump because they're going to still think he's president. And we're going to talk about Biden because he's the real president.
Okay.
And Kamala because we just need to talk about Kamala.
Go ahead.
So how do you think they're going to handle, you know, presidency for this first term? First year.
Like, what do you mean? How they're gonna handle it?
Well, you know, they had like a bunch of promises. Biden actually had a promise of bringing up the salary for teachers, which I am definitely for because I love teachers. You know, I want to be one myself, but that's a different story.
One thing I can say for sure, Trump did show us exactly how hands-on a president can be. Like what's possible if a president definitely puts his best foot forward. Okay, most of Obama's accomplishments weren't publicized the way that Trump had his publicized, and he really didn't do as much. Like balancing out, you know, like people love money, and of course we're going to talk about that, and that does have people smiling right now. But hopefully Biden and Camilla actually do a whole bunch of stuff like Trump did, and it's publicized and televised so we can talk about it.
I mean, there could be that. Maybe they just do a whole bunch of things that we should worry about. I mean, I know a lot of people, for some reason, awkwardly, are worried about if they make more than $100,000 a year that they're going to be heavily taxed.
I want to know who you voted for now.
I ain't vote for nobody. What you mean?
Okay. You give me Trump vibes all of a sudden.
I give you Trump vibes?
I don't know.
How? I didn't even care for Trump. I was like, oh my gosh, this guy became president? I mean, but then again, I didn't want to vote for Hillary either. I was lost.
No comment.
See, look.
I voted for Biden.
Okay, you vote for Biden because you know the vice president looked like you, right? You know you can't do that.
Actually,
I'm listening.
I'm gonna catch hell for this. I'm really gonna catch hell for this, but Camilla, she give me skin suit vibes. I don't know. She kind of just makes me uncomfortable, like the whole vibe. And then I don't like about her lying about her orientation to make her way up and everything. But I definitely don't blame her for the actions that she took while she was sitting on the bench. I'm not really mad at her about that. But because you know you have to do your job. Whatever hat you put on, you have to do that fucking job. You feel me?
Right.
I'll stop cussing now. Also,
that's one bleep for the episode. So
that's
far.
My first bleep. You guys, I don't know. He has to bleep me a lot. I'm gonna try. Next question.
And so the next question is, if something were to happen to Biden, you know, we're just looking at Biden right now. We're like, this dude might get in trouble. Kamala Harris is next. That's the whole role of the vice president, is to take the job of the president if anything were to ever happen. Kind of like being a co-pilot.
I don't like how people are so ready for Biden to die. They're like, man, if he dies, like, you know what'll happen when he dies? Like, you know, the last time a president was assassinated, and we're just so ready for Biden to die. Like,
who said we're going to kill Biden?
To me, like, okay, we're not going to kill Biden.
What if he catches
but we just
COVID?
Hope that, yeah.
That's
like
a bad
that's
joke.
just so talked about. I know Biden feels the way. Like people were like, black people just voted for him, hoping he died. Like,
well, he said if we don't vote for him, we ain't black. He said that.
Yep. He did say that.
Yeah.
Brother Biden did say that, but
Brother Biden, he in church now? I want him to see him in my church. I'm not gonna lie.
I feel like he'd come if you ask.
If I ask,
yeah.
Okay, I'm calling right now.
Reach out on Instagram. You know he'd be on there.
This is a message.
Trump
all
likes
online.
Twitter. Biden likes Insta. He be in the shade room.
Come to my local church, okay? I'm in Cincinnati, Ohio. That's all I'm saying.
What's your church called?
Shiloh Seventh-day Adventist Church.
We can't hear you. You better shout that church out.
Shiloh Seventh-day Adventist Church. I got my microphone on.
Okay. But go ahead.
So next question is, you didn't even answer the second question. Like, what's going to happen, like, if Kamala Harris just takes over?
Well, if she takes over, hopefully... Well, she seems pretty cool to me. Like, really, she really does seem, like, pretty cool. And hopefully... I like the way they listen. Mm-hmm. So far, they've been listening. Hopefully, her personal views or her track record doesn't reflect what she'll do when the power is actually hers. Let me just say that. I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt because she look like me. but yeah, hopefully her track record doesn't reflect on what she actually inflicts on the world.
Right.
That, as we know it, at least. So, that's my safe answer.
Safe answer. There's
no black women can do no wrong. I already told you she gave me skin suit vibes. That's not okay.
Black women can't do wrong. All women are queens.
You probably know it's true.
Black women are goddesses. What are you talking about?
I can't wait for her to pop up on Family Guy. She gonna be Roger.
Family Guy. What was another cartoon that's out? South Park.
Bro, I love South Park.
Nah, but another question is, so claim they're trying to tax anybody making over $100,000 a year more than the people making less. How do you feel about that?
People making over $100,000 as like a in between tax bracket, like they're creating a tax bracket, is what you're saying?
They're creating a tax bracket for people making $100,000 a year or more, and making them pay more taxes because of their larger income. Like, how do you feel about that?
Well, I don't know. I feel like there should be more divided gaps between the taxes. Like more brackets, as I'm saying. There should be more brackets. But they just asking for too much. But at the same time, they are giving a lot. And I don't know how the free money counts as a tax bracket. I don't know. Because a lot of y'all are not working, making $15K right now. So, I don't know what bracket that would be, but save some.
Well, unemployment, they're going to owe that if it's the pandemic unemployment, but the people who are actually on unemployment.
You said they owe that?
They owe that. Yeah.
Wow.
The pandemic unemployment is just so they can stay home and stay safe. But now jobs are opening back like almost tremendously. It's just not the jobs that they want.
Tremendously. Nobody trying to be tremendously working.
Nobody wants to work at all. I mean, you're making more sitting at home on your butt making shrimp boils than being in a factory all day.
I just had me some, you know what?
No, for real, more power to people that were able to just sit back and relax.
I wish that was me.
Instead
I was just calling unemployment today on hold for 30 minutes. They said do. Bitch, sorry.
Number 2.
But then they ain't had no answers for me. They talk about file a claim twice a week. Who wants to do that? I might as well work for me.
All you gotta do is say, well, I did try. I promise I did. And just show them a tabloid or something.
I can't even do that. I suck at that. You want me to log something?
Yes. That is your only job. Log that you look for a job. But the
I can't do it, bro. I need to, though. Like, I could have got money by now. I need somebody to do it for me. Who got the hookup?
Trust me, it's not worth it. Everybody who got unemployment and
bro, that's not gonna exist because Biden promised it's not gonna exist anymore.
Oh yeah, you're talking about the
So everybody
really
take out a loan.
Take away the school debt.
Let's all go to school right the heck now. Let's all go to school right now because it's gonna be free in a few months.
He said that.
We're
gonna see if it's actually true. So he's gonna take away student
Speaking
debts.
of promises. It's so many promises they made, though. But Trump really did show you how active a president can be. So maybe somebody actually takes some executive initiative and get some of this stuff done.
Well, the executive's job is only to execute the law. They are a big cop. That's basically what they are. They are commander-in-chief, and they are the biggest cop in the country. And
regular people.
Even worse, we chose that person.
Yeah, we chose that guy.
So, if you say the country sucks and you blame the person, it's like, well, you chose the person.
They have to be a reflection of us. That's why it's so hard to choose and why so many people just decide not to vote every year.
Yeah. I just don't vote. I don't care. I'm going to be honest with y'all.
And here you go,
Politics ain't my
inserting
thing.
your opinion after not voting.
I'm not inserting anything about anything. I'm asking questions about the person who did vote.
Oh, yeah.
Either way, I'm going to work. The only way I'm not going to work is if they just look for a reason to say I'm illegal. But I'm not. I was born and raised here in America. They're probably just going to, deport me for being a whistleblower, but I ain't whistleblowed anything.
We'll wait.
Say, well, wait.
No, I just told everybody about the skin suit thing, so protect me.
Yeah. I'll protect you. I'll bleep out that word. No, there's just with all the promises that a president can make, their job is not to make laws. So knowing that, did you also vote for anybody to be in Congress or at least the Electoral College?
I don't remember all that. I voted for who I wanted to as far as the local stuff, and then I used the absentee to fill in the rest.
Cool. Because I don't even know who's mayor of our city, governor of our state.
Well, oh my gosh. I can't even shout this guy out. During the riots, I ended up on the news on accident. Because I accidentally, well, it wasn't an accident. I'll do it again and again and again. It was somebody who was supposed to be representing us in Cincinnati, and he was all on camera with channel so-and-so, but I didn't know, really who he was. And he was all yelling at black men, all like, you shouldn't be out here, respect yourselves, you too young to be out here during this violence and all this crazy stuff. But nobody was being violent. We just look black and have masks on. And he was black too. So I got mad as heck. And I started calling him a bigot. And I told him, how are they too young to stand up for their rights? When Emmett Till died at how old? And I'm pretty sure they're older than Emmett. So if somebody that young can die to the same brutalities as somebody as old as George Floyd, then why can't we all be out here? And I was coming at him, and he wouldn't say Emmett Till's name, and I just started yelling at him, and then I got a crowd, and then it was just crazy. They had to turn the camera off.
Went from Emmett Till to Nat Turner in 30 seconds.
Yes, though, bro. Why was he out there doing that? I made sure to get that man voted out, and I'm happy he's out. Mr. Silky Shirt.
A wise man once said that riots, these violent acts of, what's the word, rebellion, not even rebellion, reaction, just a reaction to things you don't like and don't understand and can't control. Riots and all that are not really the best thing to do, but sometimes they're just necessary.
Okay. Because I'm really liberal. So sometimes you got to shake the table.
Sometimes you do.
You really do have to shake the table.
I mean, my man Jesus flipped the table in the church. He's like, why are you guys selling in the church?
I'm one of those people that's pro-segregation.
Dang.
Anti-women's rights.
Dang.
Don't ask me no questions.
We're right here on the show, and anyways, was your favoritism for
Team Housewife?
Was your favoritism for Biden and Kamala Harris simply just because of Kamala Harris, or did they actually have some promises that you actually agreed with?
First choice, Bernie. Apparently, I'm Generation X. I'd rather be a millennial. I feel really millennial-ish.
You don't want to be us. We're depressed all the time.
I'm depressed.
You ain't all depressed, though. We're just depressed because we ain't had our Game Boy at 8.
I barely remember those. Nah, I quit. I'm not that young. I had a Game Boy. But really, though, I voted for Biden, but I just knew it was important to get Kamala Harris into the office. I just knew that was just really important for history. Even though it kind of looks like we're just trying sugar honey iced tea right now. But, yeah.
I like that.
It looks like we're just trying stuff. A black guy, a Cheeto / dictator. How about a black girl? Like, no, like, I don't know. But I guess it is baby steps for future. I would really rather Michelle run. I would have been so excited right here in this chair here for Michelle. But I just have to wait to see. I hate choosing the one of two lesser evils. And I don't know, that whole pedo thing really does have me off about Biden. I hope Ms. Harris is protected. And of course he is on his best behavior. But the thing is about being a woman in power, if something did happen, she probably wouldn't come out because it would seem weak. And they probably wouldn't re-elect someone like that, a woman, again, because that's a weakness.
A black woman, a black female vice president.
I do not disagree with the quotes.
No, for real though. You know, it is great to have representation. We had a black male president for the first time in history.
Representation, but it comes off as an angle. I don't know.
It comes with a price, especially if that person
Earn your spot. We've been doing it. You know we have to be 1,000 times better.
Man, look. Imagine, you know, the first black baseball player. Wasn't even actually the best, you know, black baseball player. But they chose him because they knew that he could take a beating. You know, what if they chose Obama just because they're like, hey, we know you can take a beating? Like, they chose him. I'm not going to say who they is.
Did you not vote that time either?
I wasn't old enough.
I wasn't old enough. Okay.
I mean, the second time I was, but I was in college. Like, I didn't register to vote. So I was like, look, whoever becomes president, I'm in college.
I don't know why in my head you're like 60.
It's because I listen to old school music. You don't like my jazz taste.
I apologize. My mic came off.
So, yeah, so there's that. Do you think this representation, since we already had a black male president, you know, is even necessary?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you saying that I don't need to be represented, but you do?
Yep. No, full honesty. You know, it is great that we have not only the first female vice president, but
her hair bouncy.
Right, the first female color vice president. Like, wow, that's 2 steps in one day. You know, it's just great to see that. And, you know, I hope that we see that representation as a motivation to move forward and not how we, you know, did with Obama 8 years ago. No, 12 years ago. Man. You know, how we did with Obama 12 years ago. Yeah, he gonna do all this, he gonna do all that. We're gonna be, you know, blasting everything. Like, we need to move forward about that.
Hopefully they let them do what they need to do. They saw all those promises those two people just made on the campaign trail, and hopefully they're able to execute that, because that's what we need.
Their execution can only go if the Congress actually even agrees to their proposal.
Right.
So the Congress don't even agree with the executive branch. Boom, you know, a lot of laws can't be written and a lot of statutes can't be written simply because, hey, we disagree and we're going to let you know. And since the president's job is only to execute the law and not write the law or even write a statute, we're stuck in a little loophole here. We might have a nice little pretty face on, you know, the head of state right now, but that's all we got.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next question.
You got any questions for me?
Well, actually, I kind of have a game for you.
You got a game for me?
Yes. Here for the games. It's called 2 Truths and a Lie.
2 Truths and a Lie.
2 Truths and a Lie. So I'm going to tell you 3 facts, and you have to tell me which one is a lie.
Oh, great.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. First, presidents can be re-elected up to 2 terms. The second one, George Washington's teeth were made of wood. And the third, our shortest president is James Madison, who was only 5'4".
George Washington's teeth.
Okay, so you know what they're made out of.
I forgot what they were actually made out of, but I remember he had scurvy. Actually died of bleeding to death from a disease.
Yeah, his teeth were actually made out of hippo tusk and gold. And they just looked wooden because I guess he liked wine. But yeah, he died of scurvy.
I don't remember him
What
dying
is
of
scurvy? Like brown teeth disease? A yuck mouth.
Yeah, it's like yuck
Yeah,
mouth.
yuck mouth.
A lot of sailors get it. That
And they
lets
need
you know
oranges.
that George Washington was actually a pirate, and yeah, he had scurvy like during his pirate days. Yeah.
Colonizing, not piracy.
No, he was a pirate. He was arrested before he even.
Hey,
went
when
for
I tell you
America.
they are normal people, and I don't know why we were acting so shocked about everything that Trump did, but when I tell you, looking up these facts, these people are crazy. And we elect them. They represent us. It's just the fact that we have social media and we can like see them. They usually just hide everything.
For the record, you gotta be crazy to be a president because all that paperwork, and then you always having to shake hands with people, kissing a bunch of these babies, especially during the COVID. Like Trump. The one thing I agreed on with Trump, I'm not gonna be kissing no COVID babies, or I have COVID, and because no, you're not about to put a lawsuit on me.
Alrighty. So John Quincy Adams was known for skinny dipping every morning. Or after James K. Polk, the United States had a long run of alcoholic presidents, one of which ran over an old lady with a horse. And 3, Kamala Harris is not the first female vice president. Dun dun dun.
The first one.
You think the first one is a lie? John Quincy Adams wasn't known for skinny dipping?
Yeah.
Actually, he was. It was actually publicized and pictured. A reporter, I guess, had went to go. Well, they found out about it, but a reporter had went and sat on his clothes and refused to give him his clothes back until he did an interview. You don't want to guess again?
The second one, then.
Really? It's the last one.
For real, there was
Kamala Harris is the first female vice president.
I thought you said she is not. That's what I thought you said.
That's a lie.
Oh, right. I'm misreading in my head. My bad.
Okay, so you got the first one right. You got 1 point.
I misread the first one. Second one.
Let's go. Not only was Abraham Lincoln fine, he was also a really great wrestler with a record of 300-1. And when I tell you this man is fine, let me pull up a photo. Can you just believe it though? Like the way they talk about him. Daddy Abe, for sure.
Daddy Abe.
And he was honest.
He fought vampires.
Yeah. Okay, so the next one. No president has ever been impeached. And the last. The first president to have electricity in the White House was labeled a schizophrenic because he refused to touch any of the walls or tables. He was scared to get electrocuted. Which makes sense. Like, you mean it's lights around?
The second one.
The second one, no president has ever been impeached. You know who the first president was to be impeached?
What's his name? Bill Clinton actually resigned.
Before that guy.
Oh, before him? Oh.
Abraham Johnson.
Yep. Wouldn't have gotten that one.
Right, though.
You're looking up like some deep presidential history.
Because he knows everything. And I refuse for this to be easy. And he only got one right so far. So if I win...
misread the second one. Okay?
Okay. I'm ready.
Don't count the second one.
This president's daughter and wife died on Valentine's Day, and this is why we give teddy bears. Theodore Roosevelt was known for getting stuck in the bathtub. And the last one, Woodrow Wilson married a descendant of Pocahontas.
The first one.
The first one? You think that one's a lie? It's actually true. No, because I already let you choose.
I know.
And I suck at like being neutral. I don't have a poker face. But yeah, Theodore Roosevelt. He looks like a savage in all his picture. Like he looks like a redneck Trump supporter. But he's really sweet. And he kept like a diary. His wife and daughter died on Valentine's Day. And I remember like his diary entry was like, "Today, the light went out of my life."
Oh.
And it was hella dots, and he was just so deep. He was so deep, and then he got shot. Like a few days later, he was about to get assassinated, and then he was bleeding out, and he refused for them to take him away. And he finished his speech, which was like a half an hour long. He did a whole speech with a bullet in his heart.
That's why they call him Tuffy.
Bro.
And Ted.
I need a Ted. I'm like, Teddy, come here. He was like, he looks like a douche, like a like a Trump supporter, definitely. But
hey, he was a cutthroat.
Mm-hmm. So, do you want to make a second guess? Theodore Roosevelt was known for getting stuck in the bathtub, or Woodrow Wilson married a descendant of Pocahontas.
I guess I'll go with the second one.
That is correct. It is false. They just made that joke because he was chubby. But
I was literally thinking of the second one. I was like, no, it can't be that.
He definitely got stuck. But if he's wet, he should just pop right out.
You don't know how that works when like you have water surrounding you, like in a perfect circle, whatever. It kind of like captures the air, creates its own vacuum. Like if I rub my hands together, I can make a farting noise. My hands aren't wet enough, but yeah.
Lick them. Now COVID.
I got hand sanitizer right here. Let me see.
Oh shoot.
Yeah.
I need some anyway.
Here you go.
Let me see. Camera.
All right. So, sorry. Yep, see?
So you think he was just queefing and couldn't get out the pool? Couldn't get out the bathtub?
Anyways, that's been a minute since I've done that. I forgot the actual technique.
Hey, but that's how you make water guns in the pool. Yeah,
that's not the
I had a childhood. It still does it.
I know that's not the vacuum effect though.
I don't know if y'all can hear it. Okay, I have a few more. Alrighty. Jimmy Carter was in Playboy, and he basically didn't give a flying duck.
A flying duck.
Barack Obama hates ice cream. Or Joe Biden has to wear plastic socks because he sweats too much.
Joe Biden has to wear plastic socks because he sweats too much. I'm choosing that one.
You're choosing that one? Well, it was a lie.
Like, what? The male Cinderella out here or something?
But jeez. But hey, just a few questions though. How do you feel about how this generation actually treats presidents?
Since information can travel faster than the speed of light now, you know, the president breaks his toe, we're already ready to give our little review about it. And I say review, you know, very loosely.
Like many presidents go under like crazy surgery. I was just reading Gerald Ford. His whole mouth is rubber. It was rubber. Like he had a surgery on a boat to get his whole jaw replaced, and nobody was trying to like get rid of him or anything. Trump gets COVID for like 2 seconds, and everybody's like, should we kill him?
Like, yeah, this is it right here. This is it.
This is it, everybody. Like, he should have told you. Like, he shouldn't even told us. I guess he was trying to be strong for the nation, and I definitely see the message that it is. And it is kind of inspiring if he wants everybody to go and catch it again after they, I guess, relieve themselves. Because that's the message he gave. Like, after you get it, you can just
but he also told us to inject ourselves with
raw
bleach.
mouth the world.
You remember that?
Man, can we just talk about all his crazy press conferences? The Chinese virus.
China.
That's just what I'm gonna miss.
It came from China.
Trump just getting on TV and saying anything, but that's just cool. Like, that's what JFK wanted to be. That's what Arnold Schwarzenegger could never.
Well, you know, Arnold Schwarzenegger put California under fire.
Did he?
He did and he did. Look, I'm not in California.
Just forest fires. And I thought that was the electrical company. Protect me.
Look,
like Comcast.
like I said, I'm not.
I thought Comcast got tried for that or something like that.
I'm not in California. I don't know what's actually happening.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you know.
They said the cable company. Don't get me wrong, y'all. They said that the cable company actually started all those fires on purpose by sending sparks out. And even if they didn't, because they own the wires and stuff that are like spread across the wildlife and all over the place, and that actually did cause the fires. Whether or not they send out frequencies that automatically drop sparks or what. Yeah, so they actually got sued for billions, and of course, because they own the TVs, it wasn't publicized as much as it should have been. That's crazy. You gotta protect nature. It's really our fault for everything, honestly.
This is why we should not make robots right now, the AI robots, because they're just gonna come to that instant conclusion. We ain't jack. We should all die.
Bro, did you see that that movie on Netflix, Mother?
I did not yet. Look, I've been watching Terminator.
I cried, but it's so good. Like, it's really, really, really so good. And it's just like, so basically, can I spoiler alert for you? Some of that.
Okay, I'll watch it.
So basically, it's about the future. The future is ruined. So basically, okay, let's say every time somebody gets an abortion, they don't kill the fetus. They just keep it somewhere alive, like frozen, like ready to grow. So apparently they have like 1 million different fetuses on file. And it's like one big AI robot that controls it and decides, like, okay, is it time for life again? Like, the whole earth is destroyed, but it's like a big gigantic factory with just one AI pretending to be a mom and just plucking out fetuses every now and then, growing babies and raising them and killing them if they don't learn right. Like, dang, it's not the right time. Like,
that sound like Horizon, the video game.
Yeah.
The whole world was destroyed by robots. Again, world destroyed by robots, but this one is a little different. The robots weren't deferring the enemy from the ally, and how they recharged was they had to actually eat biomatter.
Oh, so they had to eat us?
They had to eat
zombie robots. You know what? Who does that?
The robots are attack robots, and they instantly, when they're called, they just attack. But how they are powered is they have to eat anything, like from plants to animals, people, anything that's alive. So they destroy the whole planet, you know, just being sent out. And they multiply too. What? Yes.
How?
That was just one of their little programs. The guy who invented them was stupid. Okay. You know, so what happens is the robot that was actually created.
Oh, that actually makes sense. If they actually have to eat biomatter, that means that they can produce parts by eating biomatter instead of eliminating waste.
Yeah.
So every time they eat, they create.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
So they multiplied,
I had to think it
destroyed everything.
Who does that? So they could just eat, create.
Yeah.
So one can be two. It doesn't have to be two to make one.
No. What happened was the last.
Don't create that. Don't create that for
please.
anything.
Please don't. The last 6 survivors had to create another robot that actually cloned people. And that's how the humanity came back.
Would you want to be cloned?
No.
Okay, did you see the movie Gemini Man?
I've not seen it yet.
Bro, watch stuff.
We're off topic. We need to be on politics.
Back on politics.
You know what? Politics. Don't clone nobody.
No, politics.
No, but the president, Biden, is now in office. Technically, as soon as he started his inauguration, that very hour, he can start doing his moves. So we should start seeing a lot of little, you know, newscasts like.
Did you see that BS about how they're giving out weed with COVID vaccines?
What?
Yeah. Any links anywhere?
No.
Say not good, but that's tragic. They're definitely trying to target us, but at the same time, I hate stigmas. I'm really trying to break those black stigmas that we are weed heads.
I don't even smoke. I don't even drink. Like,
But yeah.
She don't drink that. Look, whatever you do, you know, do it within the confines of your house. Nobody's telling on you, and if they are, they rats.
Free things.
But still, like, with the stimulus, for what? Like, they're already giving you a weakened virus as it is, so you can fight it off in just in case you get it again. Like, it'll be easy to take away. So what's the weed for? Like, as far as, you know what, that's not even the politics thing. That's for another conversation. Still, forcing everybody to take a vaccine.
Isn't that illegal?
Yeah.
That's definitely illegal to just advertise a marginalized group like that, period.
It is. It's illegal in all types of ways.
It's a bunch of ways illegal.
But no, for real, you should not force an economy to do anything. Unless you want to switch to communism. You know, that's what we kept talking about during Trump's reign is, you know, if we elect, what's his name, Bernie, we're going to be a socialist country. And they were saying that when Obama became president, that we were becoming a communist country. But who was actually trying to run the country? That's the point of
checks and balances, the fact that we can't go full-blown one way or the other.
They
could really just veto everything the way they did with Obama, if they wanted to. So at the end of the day, the Congress just controls everything and the president is just the fall guy.
To a standpoint, yeah, the Congress is there to make the laws, but the president is still there to approve the laws. There has to be a very legitimate reason why the Congress can write a law and then get it approved without the president's consent. They will have to talk to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court got to look at it now. And half the time, the Supreme Court is not going to agree with half the things the Congress is saying because the Supreme Court is supposed to be the little blind side of both parties. Now, the president also, again, can, you know, write a law, but the Congress has to approve of it. It's not simply Trump's like, I want everything to be like this, and then it just says so. Like, the Congress has to be like, okay, let us put it in actual writing, and then you approve it. So if you was wondering why you ain't got your stimulus checks, even though Trump said we deserve it.
But Trump has been in the lobby his whole entire life. He's best friends with the right people. He basically owned this country before he even decided to run for anything. True. So that's why he got so much stuff done. Like, and it was, like I said, publicized the way that he did. And it was because of who he is and the backing that he has. If he has to give us the money out of his pocket to save face, he will. And he has the credit to do it.
Let's hope that Biden and Kamala have friends in high places. And let's hope that, you know, with the friends that they have in high places, that we actually get the right things done. And I'm saying the right things, not in terms of my own opinion, what should be done, but in terms of the whole economy by the state and by the federal system. Because there are things that the state needs individually, and there are things that the federal system needs together. And like in terms of wages. Just because they're saying that minimum wage is going up to 15 doesn't mean that everybody else already making 15 should still stay with 15. That ain't how it works. Because inflation happens. And when inflation happens, the person already making 15 before, you know, minimum wage comes 15, it doesn't matter anymore.
Right. And they don't try to raise those wages at all. The people at McDonald's were making what the CEO of certain other places are making, and it's crazy.
Yeah, I heard that Ohio.
Once again,
they're gonna be bringing us up to $10
as a minimum wage.
Yes.
How much? It's $9.75 still.
As far as I remember, it was $8.20.
What? It hasn't been $8.20 in a while, right?
That was.
I don't work for people, but yeah. Dang, we both don't know. Good for us.
Right. You know, that's I do want to figure out how much minimum wage is because, you know, eventually my sister is going to start
look it up right now. I'm going to look it up right now. Yeah. Hey Siri, how much is minimum wage in Ohio? Siri.
She ain't listening.
In 2020, the minimum wage in Ohio was $8.70 US per hour.
870?
870. It literally went up 50 cents. Wow.
Well, I'll be damned. I kind of have like a thing 3. Like, dang, that's not a cuss word.
Yes, it is.
Well, it's 8:10. I did a whole hour without cussing, 3 times. And I'm trying to end while I'm ahead.
That's horrible though, you know, 870. we're not talking about just kids. We're talking about adults who can't work in certain places because they have a felony, and their felony is only like they sold drugs. Yeah. And it wasn't even the hard drugs, but because it says they sold drugs, they were in jail for 5, 6, 7 years.
And now they're giving away free drugs.
Right. And now they have to work at McDonald's for 7, 8, 9 years until that, felony charge goes away. And let's say they stay there for 7, 8, 9 years. Their wages only go from $8.70 right now to maybe $12 if they're good.
You said if they're good?
If they're good. And I'm really actually just overestimating because they usually go from 20 to 80 cents per raise. So if they're good, 80 cents each year, 7 years.
Do you think, with Ms. Harris being in office, that's going to influence the pay raise for women, period, in the workforce?
I'm hoping that...
But men can be spiteful. They might not pay us less.
I'm actually hoping that...
Do female presidents make the same as female vice presidents? I mean, male vice presidents?
They're supposed to get paid the same amount.
President and vice president gets paid the same amount?
Well, the president gets paid $400,000 a year. That's it, just $400,000 a year. And then once he gets out, he can write a book and still get paid like a little extra residual salary. Mm-hmm. And they're set for life with Secret Services and such. As long as they're alive, at least.
They don't have a really good track record with keeping these people alive. They're always dying from something, honestly. I was looking at those facts and it was just really sad. A lot of them go crazy.
It's hard being a president. You're talking about
so much anxiety.
100 million people are not only staring at you but screaming at you. They're talking to you like you're the actual manager of a company, and you're just the head of state.
Who was that? Theodore, who had the wife that was a descendant of Pocahontas. He had 4 strokes due to anxiety, and then he went blind. He couldn't even enjoy Pocahontas.
What y'all did to Obama is crazy.
That man
y'all made
old.
him grow his hair white almost. Are you serious? While Michelle slaying in her little old age, Obama just... I don't like Michelle.
You don't like Michelle?
I don't like Michelle.
Tell me why. Why?
Because she took away my snacks. She took away Nickelodeon.
Well, I feel it. You've been shading her for a minute now.
Yes, I have.
You've been shading her for a minute now.
But look, she did what she needed to do. I still don't like her.
I love the fact that she gave us a salad bar. I hated the lunch food, and that salad bar saved my life.
Okay, but she didn't give us a salad bar when I graduated high school.
Baby steps.
They gave us, Propel Zero Gatorade. They
took
Coke
away
Zero.
salsa sun chips. Salsa sun chips are already healthy. They're sun chips. You didn't have to take those away.
Chips. They made us eat baked chips. That's actually more unhealthy. It's equally unhealthy. It's just less oil. And, then they took away my zebra cakes. I love my zebra cakes. Let me make the choices. There wasn't 1 out of 3 children.
And how was that working? How was that working when we were making the choices? I do think people are skinnier now. You think so?
Yeah,
I think so.
I think to a point. Forcing them not to eat in school, so they have to go home and then eat like a soul food dinner every night. I'm talking about the obese kids. Right, I'm talking about the obese kids.
I don't think the soul food dinner kids are as big as the fast food dinner kids.
That's true, too. It depends, If you're eating nothing but McDonald's all day, we're talking about breakfast, lunch, and dinner, all that, you're probably not in the best of shape right now unless you're working out after doing that, which is probably unlikely if you're a millennial.
That was the most depressed laugh ever. I need to start working out, y'all.
We all do.
Shit's happening.
Working out relieves you of stress. And we need as much less stress as possible right now for our new president. We did not give
Sending
Trump...
positive energy and hope,
Yes.
girl. We are sending positive energy and hope to you. Okay? You got this.
Yes.
Because if Biden dies...
now you got Kamala.
That's you. That whole White House, sis. You better just Just keep adding salt to his food. That's all you gotta do.
Well, no. Let him die naturally.
That's natural.
Not a salt. You trying to give him diabetes?
High blood pressure.
Oh, even worse, hypertension.
Anxiety, depression, the usual.
I wish y'all called in to call us out on any,
freak.
Any mistaken statements that we've made. It's still great that we get to talk about this stuff. We're not really trying to be heavy on the politics. This is all mainly opinion. With the facts that we gave are the facts for you to decide how to use the information with. At the end of the day, we have a new head of state and a new vice head of state. They need to do their job. They need to make sure that this country will be great, will become great, or stays great if it actually is. I don't think it is. I'm hoping that we can actually fix that. 2021 to 2025, we got them. Unless you guys are crazier than I think. What you think?
We're all crazy together, America.
Yeah. But, we're out of time now.
Alrighty, you guys. Thank you for tuning in to CT Time once again. My name is Aziza Red, and this is Mr. King McCall. Next month, we are actually going to be recording from a different location. It's going to be on Valentine's Day. And if you are in the Cincinnati area, please feel free to go on to Eventbrite and type in Sip and Paint. That is Sip and Paint. It should be a painting of like a salsa guy and a girl in a dress with the roses and whatnot. Yep, all of that. Go ahead, get some Sip and Paint tickets. Come out on Valentine's Day. It's going to be some performances, including one by moi. So it should be pretty lit. We're going to go up, give out dip berries, wine, whatnots, brooches, and there should be some naked people. Yep, you guys are going to be painting live strippers, dancers, sexy people. Hopefully I can get 2 of them up in there. If not, it's gonna be one girl. She's gonna be up there dancing for us, and we're gonna be painting. And I might paint her, depending on how good I feel. I'm just kidding. Waiting for the credits.